Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to keep the YouTube on in the background so I can see any comments or whether or not this stream cuts out. So if you're watching this for the first time, I've just done the whole sprint race and it was brilliant, and I've done it all by myself. So at least I know what to look out for in the next race. Not too sure what's going on with YouTube. I logged into the account and it's got a million scheduled streams, so there must be a bit of an issue. Hopefully this time it will be better for me and for you as well. So super quick, because I've already done this and now my time is getting limited. We're going to run through the qualifying, and I will just say that the top time here, so Boss got pole position with a 1:57.1. That is quick. That is really quick. That is quicker than some of the guys in tier 3. So massive props to him, and also Doc as well behind with a 1:57.4, and Bendit's a 1:57.6. Kieran is a 1:57.7. Hadir gets a 1:57.8, and Kova in 6th with a 1:57.9. So the top 6 drivers all in the 57s. It is phenomenally quick time. So do not let the tier 5 blue mislead you. These guys are fast drivers. So in first place then we have Boss in the Ferrari 458. Then we've got Doc in the FT1 VGT. Bendit is in the Porsche 911, the old one, in third place. Kieran in the first of the McLarens, in fourth place. Then we have Hadir in the Audi for fifth. Kova is in sixth place. All of these guys, as I said, in the 157s. Then we've got Bracy in the other Porsche 911 RSR with a 158. 0.6, so still pretty quick. Abmo is in eighth in the only 296 being fielded this weekend. Robbo not able to make this race. Then we've got Armaz in ninth, not having a particularly good qualifying. Perhaps the top speed of the Aston letting it down a little bit. Then we have, who is this? Chaos is in 10th place in the McLaren 650S. Young Sappi makes it into 11th in the Huracan with a 158.5. Phil is in 12th in the F1 VGT as well, taking his full-time seat for the second race, I think it is, at least. Then Abule is in 13th place. We've got Juho in 14th. He had a 159.8. Then we've got Munken in 15th place with, I think he must have had a qualifying ban because he didn't set a time. And the qualifying sheet does show Benke on here in 16th, but clearly not in the race, as there is an empty spot just here. But I do believe that he had something come up in real life, so he had to sit this one out. So let's jump back up to the front of the grid. We'll get this race going again for the second time, and hopefully everyone is still here and can still hear me. If anyone could just give me a thumbs up that you can hear me. I can just got a comment from Kova. So we're going to say that we're good to go. Oh, what am I doing? We don't need to do that, do we? Right, let's jump into this race. We've got 3, 4, 5 red lights at the front. Boss in the Ferrari gets off to a brilliant start. Everybody going good. And look at... Sorry. Was it Kova? I think had an absolutely electric start. Off the line from 6th place, and he pulls to the inside. So Hadir is slow off the line, gets straight up, moves to the inside, gets the move done on Bendit as well. Absolutely superb driving off the line for Kova, making up a couple of positions. We can see Armads is up into 6th as well from his starting position. Again, the acceleration of the Aston Martin working to his advantage. Absolute rocket ship off the line. The only car faster than that really is the 458 off the line. So we see these guys. Has everybody get through? So Munkin just gets a little bit of contact on young Sappi through the first of the chicanes. Yield to the position, but everyone getting through pretty cleanly. Unfortunately, Chaos dropping down to the back of the pack. They must have been getting caught up in something down there, and we'll see at the front what have we got here. So Shulka is still hanging on to his first place. Doc managing to close that gap super quick to him as they go side by side coming out of the tunnel. Two of these guys really going at it already, and I think we saw Shulka get a little bit of contact as he flashes his lights, dives to the inside, parks it on the apex and keeps that, or gets that position back from Doc as he comes through to the close of the first lap. And Kova's got a run as well on Doc. Backs out of it through this much tighter S section of the track. Really not a place you want to be running side by side. Bendit close behind as he just taps the wall a little bit, scrubs a bit of speed off. We've got Armads behind, who has Bracy and Kieran as well in the slip. Kieran now looking to make a move, goes around the outside of Bracy. Going to see it's a hard place to overtake, going around the outside of that corner, and Bracy gets that one nicely through there, gets the speed on the exit and gets past Armads, who looks like a sitting duck really. So Bracy's got that position, holding the inside line as they come into the braking zone. Adair now looking to go on the inside of Kieran. Oh, that looked very tight, and he manages to get the move done. Abmo behind in 9th, with no one really behind him to spook him, so he's not done too badly for the start of this race. Abule's in 10th, Young Sappi's up into 11th now, Munkin's in 12th, we've got Juho in 13th, Chaos has made his position up into 14th, Phil's now down into 15th place. He's not had a great start to this race at all. We've got the three of these guys up at the front. So Kova's managed to get up into 2nd place. Oh, there's a little bit of banging there coming into the hairpin. And Doc manages to get his 2nd position back. Whether or not that one goes to the stewards, it can be a bit difficult coming out of this corner. With slip and dirty air and things like that, just gets you a little bit unsettled sometimes. Doc not getting the best of lines through that corner, so that's going to allow Kova to close up. We've got Bendit very close behind still. Oh, I see. But better to yield the position rather than have any contact. So smart driving from Kova in that instance. No point going for a move if it's going to take you out. Now Bendit is super close. He's all over the bumper of Kova. Loads of pressure going to come into the hard braking zone. Oh, Bendit seems to pull out of that move, doesn't opt for it, thinks better of it. Gives Kova a little bit more breathing room for the rest of the lappers. Kova's absolutely maximising the track limits as much as he can, as you see the sparks fly off the wall. Now the top 3 spread out just a little bit coming through the tunnel. Bendit's still super close. We might see another move. Oh, sorry we missed that one, Kova. It's hard to go back. What lap was that on? Was that the previous lap? You can always jump back. Still behind at this point. We can always jump back forwards afterwards. So here we go. We're coming into the hairpin at the bottom. Whoa, super late brakes. Oh, dives to the inside to avoid contact. Somehow manages to make it stick. And gets through. Oh my word, that's an absolutely amazing overtake. Would you look at that? Absolutely brilliant. Caught everybody napping on that one, even himself I think a little bit. So there we go. What a great overtake. So, as we saw, Doc gets that position back, coming out of the tunnel into the pit entry hairpin area. Now we've got back to where we were. Bendit gets around the hairpin without making a move. So we'll jump back down here and see. So Bracey's in 5th place behind his teammate. This is a good result for the Porsche drivers, the Porsche team. Armads is in 6th place. Brilliant considering where he started. Adair very close behind him. Then we've got Kieran in 8th place. Admo is into 9th. Abule in 10th. Young Sappi very close behind, lagging a little bit, bouncing around over the track. But will we see young Sappi go for a move, or I think there's a little bump draft? Abule going very defensive to the inside, parks it on the apex, doesn't allow young Sappi anywhere near to get through. Then we've got Juho in 12th. Chaos has managed to get himself back up into 13th position now, so he's having a good little stint. Here is Druid. Phil's up into 14th. Munken's dropped down to 15th. Hey, he's doing a good job getting that little Alpha up to there. It's perhaps not its most ideal track, but he's driving the socks off it, that's for certain. So then we'll see these guys again coming into the Doc's hairpin again. Doc looking to have a little look to the inside. Phil Shawker's mirrors full of Toyota, but he doesn't make a move this time round. Again, he'll have another opportunity into the next hairpin. So then we've got Kova and Bendit still in 3rd and 4th place respectively. Bracey's still in 5th. These guys have got a bit of a gap now to the main or the mid pack behind everybody. Currently the fastest lap at 1:57.3. Man, that is fast. So we've got Bracey in 5th. Armads has dropped all the way back now. Got quite a big gap, but it's still maintaining his 6th place from Hadir behind him. Kieran's in 8th, and Admo in 9th. All 4 of these guys keeping a pretty equal distance from each other coming through. No one really managing to close up too much. Whose old age is that then? So we'll just drop back and see how these guys down here are doing. Young Sappy has dropped off Abule quite significantly this time round now. As we see, Chaos and Phil. Phil's looking to have a go on the Minister of Defence. Coming through here, but as we know, Chaos can make the 650 as wide as possible as Phil drops back. Doesn't get that move done this time round. And Chaos lives to fight another day. Then we've got these two behind, Juho and Munkin. Munkin super close to this. Coming into the hairpin, Juho takes the defensive line again and manages to make that one stick. Nice and easy move. We've got a yellow flag ahead. Who's this one? We've got Hadir. What happened to Hadir? So we'll see him coming into the hairpin, into the docks. Gets moved to, oh, that's a bit unorthodox. Turns left just before going into the right. Perhaps a little bit of netcode issues there. Oh, almost takes Kieran out and then gets a tank slapper coming out of the corner, collects the barrier, and that has put him, that's it, he's doing his best to get out of the way of everybody and then has to, unfortunately, some of these cars don't have a handbrake. This might be one of those. It doesn't manage to get the turning circle in the Audi, and that's just going to drop him all the way down into 15th place now from what would have been a pretty good result for the Audi driver. So we'll jump back up. We see Docs managed to get ahead of Shulker Boss. Perhaps this was somewhere along the tunnel then. So I guess that move done and holds on to it nicely. Shulker not able to make any kind of move through the hairpin at the top of the track. Now we've got Kova in third, still hanging on. Hey up, Robbo. Glad you could join us for a little bit. Safe drive home. Oh, as you see, Kova playing a bit of pinball with his Alpha through there. That's going to definitely scrub off a little bit of speed and allow Bendit to catch up. Bendit having a really good race this time out, considering how slow that Porsche is off the line. He's having a very, very solid performance as his teammate just goes a little bit squirrely behind him. Fortunately for Bracey, he's not got anyone behind him, so that's absolutely fine. He's got plenty of time to play with. He doesn't want to play the race away though. So we'll jump up with these guys. Yeah, the Porsche definitely does have a huge amount of grip. As soon as you put your foot on the throttle, it just squats down and launches. This the RSR that Bendit's driving here, I have had absolutely no luck with that car. It's a complete widowmaker. I hate it. Can't drive it for toffee. But the new one is absolutely brilliant. I love it. That will definitely be a good shout for next season, I think. Funny how there's barely any difference between them, but just whatever it is, the new Porsche, I can just seem to get to grips with it. And this one, I have absolutely no luck with whatsoever. Oh, as Kova goes a little bit wide. Going to see Bendit have a move up here. He's got the run. He's closing that gap massively. I'll just see Doc and Shulker have switched positions again as well. Let's just drop back and see when this one happened. So again, this looks like this was through the tunnel again. These guys are going pound for pound every time through the tunnel, driving side by side, absolutely brave as anything. Doc looks to go to the inside. He's not going to get the legs on him though. Both of them braking as late as possible. I do know how it ends. It looks very unfortunate, Kova. It was an absolutely brilliant racing, especially from the two at the front here and from Kova and Bendit. It is absolutely brilliant racing. The pair of them going a little bit too deep on that one, clouting the wall as they exit, compromises both of them, so neutralises the effect for the pair of them. But the pace is there because they've got quite a big gap to Bracey now behind, who's got another significant gap to Ahmad's behind him. Not able to close the gap in the Aston Martin. Kieran not giving Ahmad's any breathing space to speak of. Managing to stay with him just enough. Then Abmo now up into 8th position in the 296. This is a good result for the Ferrari driver. Young Sappi is up to 9th. Yeah, that's it. If you've got a bit of a gap, you kind of need to give up racing for position and work together on this track. It's the only real way to close the gap to anyone in front. But the four of you were not far away from each other at all, so just goes to show how much pace these guys had. Abule is in 10th then. We've got Chaos Druid has managed to get himself back up to 11th place now, so this is a great recovery drive from Chaos. He's managing to keep Phil behind him as well. Oh, as he clouts the wall, and I think that's going to be it. Phil gets the move done. It was all going so well for Chaos, and he's just gifted that position to Phil. He will be so annoyed with himself for that one. Juho is now coming through in 15th. Munkins in 14th in the other Ferrari from the leader. Hadir still doing his best to catch up to the pack in 15th place. Then we've got Shorka and Doc still at the front of the pack. Will we see these guys have a switch for position as we come up towards the final lap? These two now having quite a big gap to Kova and Bendit behind. Whether or not they're working together, or if it's just the fact that Kova and Bendit have been fighting for this position that's dropped them back a little bit. Bracey loving his little drive on his own in 5th position. So we'll jump back up now. Let's see if Doc looks to be having a go to the inside into the hairpin. Oh, he's just a little bit. Oh, he's got it. He's on the inside. He takes the line. He pushes. Oh, goodness. He just collects Shorka a little bit wide. Let's drop back and just see that one again, because this could have been an absolutely brilliant move. So the pair of them braking super late. Shorka gives plenty of room for Doc, who takes it and runs with it. Now coming through a slightly tighter line, or just compromises a bit, contacts the side of Shorka, gives that position back. Good sportsmanship from Doc. On the final lap, he will be annoyed with himself a little bit, but he still isn't out of the race yet. We've got the final hairpin, the last big braking zone where he might be able to make a move. Will he? They work together through this section, or they go side by side again. Coming through to the final corner. Oh, how they contact, but they somehow manage to not go into the wall. The side by side is going to be last of the late breakers. The pair of them going for the 100-meter mark, both going deep, and it's going to get. Shorka gets the cutback, gets the faster acceleration out of the Ferrari, and he gets his first position back on the final lap. This is absolutely brilliant racing. Just a couple of corners left to go. Kova behind, getting super loose. He hits the wall again, and he's out. Oh, he ploughs into the wall. He allows Bendit up to the inside. He still tries to cut again. Oh, he hits the wall on the right-hand side. Bendit gives him a punt up the back. Whether or not I can say that was Bendit's fault for pushing, I don't know. I think that's just going to be a racing incident. Bendit manages to get third position. Chalker gets the pole. Doc gets second. Super close racing from these guys. Kova comes home in fourth place. Bracey takes out brilliant fifth position for the Porsche team. Ahmad's in sixth. Kieran's in seventh. Admo getting a great finish in eighth. Young Sappi has a brilliant race up into ninth place in the Lamborghini. Then we've got Abule in 10th. Phil getting ahead of Druid, as we saw in 11th. Druid now in 12th place. Munkin is in 13th, gets past Juho, who finishes 14th, and finally Hadir, after his big mistake, comes home in 15th at the back of the grid. However, that was a phenomenal sprint race. So now we have got a feature to look forward to. And hopefully this is just as much action as the last one. Oh, I'm going to have a sip of my cup of tea. Wet the old whistle. So as we come into the feature then, we have got probably the optimal tyre strategy for this race was the one stop, whether or not that's a hard medium or a medium soft. Some people not able to extend the life of the medium, but some people have, whether or not in this tier, have been able to get all the way to lap 14 or 15, which makes the soft tyre a very viable option. So we'll run through the grid. We'll go from the back. So we've got Munkin in 15th place, who why he started from the back. Oh, that was, again, I think that if that's from the qualifying penalty, then he'll start from the back of the grid on both races. The other option for the tyre choice as well is the two-stop, going for a medium soft, or any other kind of combination like that. Then we've got Hadir also starting on the mediums in 14th place. Juho's on the mediums in 13th. We've got Chaos on the mediums in 12th. With Phil on the mediums in 11th. So everyone at the back going for the somewhat faster compound available. Then we've got Shorka, our sprint winner, in 10th place in the reverse grid now, who's also starting on the mediums. We've got Doc on the mediums in 9th. Bendit's on the mediums in 8th. Will do better off the start in the Porsche because it's a rolling start. Then we've got Kova opting for the hard tyre. He's our first hard driver, or hard tyre driver, I should say. Ahmad's on the medium. Bracey on the medium. Then we've got Ahmad's also on the medium. Kieran's on the medium. Abmo's on the medium. Young Sappi going for the soft first. That's a brave move. And Abule on the medium. So Kova is our only hard driver, a hard tyre driver. So he's definitely going for the one stop. Whether or not he goes for a longer stint, maybe 15 laps on the hards, and then the final 6 on the soft, we'll wait and see. However, if he can keep up with everybody in front of him who's on the soft compound tyre, then it doesn't really matter if he's on the hards. He'll just sit there and fuel save and take this one away. So without further ado, let's get on to this race. So we'll drop back a little bit just to see how our championship rival gets on here at the start of the feature race. Already making a move up the grid, gives Kieran a right good smacker on the arse. The acceleration of the Aston, absolutely phenomenal. And everybody getting through the first corner nice and cleanly. We can see someone behind. Who's this? Bendit has already got a run on Kova. who somehow manages to get back ahead. But now, Bennett, oh, what's happened here? Oh no. Right. Who was this then? This looked like it might have been Abmo was involved. We'll jump back again just to see what happens. So, Abmo has got Kieran behind him and young Sappy in front of him. So it's late braking, coming through into the corner. Oh, young Sappy gets a punt up the back. Collected, waits up for him and inadvertently squeezes Kova as well. Oh, he's disappointing to be going that slow and didn't ghost. Abmo waiting for young Sappy for a very long time, and not too sure what happened to him there, but there we go. So we'll just jump back to everybody else. So Kova's now in 10th place. He's got Druid ahead of him. Minister of Defence. It's going to be hard for him to get past. Side by side with Juho, Munkin side by side with, oh, they're not anymore. Oh, as the pair of them again get contact through the tunnel, not the place to be going to overtake, and Kova has definitely come out the worst out of that one. Kadir and Munkin, all three of them super close coming through to the hairpin, getting quite a bit of contact as Juho gets pushed into the wall. Goes very deep. I don't know if I would say that was a push or not. I think you could see that he was kind of losing traction as he comes round, and just a little bit of contact doesn't help, but finishes the job almost. So Juho loses out as well. He's down into 14th. Young Sappy has lost positions down to 13th. He was going to be on for an absolutely brilliant race start. What could have been. So it's now a case of management on the first lap and on his soft tyres. We'll definitely be doing a two-stop. So we'll wait and see. Well, I say he could be doing so. He could still do the one-stop on the harder compound, but it will probably be a slower strategy doing it that way around. So then Kova's now will just hang on with these two at the minute. These two drivers, having been battling through most of the sprint race, continue it through the feature as well. Chaos not able to make it through that section of corners. Difficult place to overtake if you don't get the inside line and make it stick. However, as we come through to the tunnel section now, all of this mid-pack are very close to each other. Armaz on the outside, very brave. They're going to bump sides, as you would probably expect. Armaz looks to back out of that one and fall in behind. This is not the place to be overtaking it at all. I would be so nervous looking at that pack in front of me. As we see, Shorka dives to the inside, already up into 6th place, gets the move done on Bendit, runs out wide. Doc now ahead of him in 4th place, who's got a bit of a gap behind him, which is pretty comfortable. This is a great start from Doc, getting up to 4th. Bracey's in 3rd, Kieran's in 2nd, and Abule in 1st place now. So Doc, very quick, able to make a move on Bracy coming into the first corner. Massive overspeed on the Toyota, a very slippery car at this track. One of the metas, that's for sure. Bracy fighting to get that position back though, gets it stuck in and gets a move done on Kieran as well. This is brilliant driving from Bracy. And Doc getting his nose in as well on that tight left-hander, somehow manages to make that move work. That is a brilliant overtake through there. And now they come onto the back straight, so Doc's got himself up into third position, and we're only on lap 3. Is he going to look to have an overtake through this dangerous part of the tunnel? We'll see him pull out a little bit towards the end of this area, which is where we saw him and Shorker going at it side by side into the final hairpin multiple times, going for the outside, looking for the cutback. Doesn't get the move done this time round. Kieran very close behind, looking for the opportunity for Doc to make a mistake to get a move so he can get his position back from where he started. Then we've got Shorker now in 5th place, who is on the charge as well. We've got Phil up into 6th, ahead of his rival Druid. Bendit's down into 8th place, so he must have had a bit of a mistake somewhere along the line to be back down there. But he's got the legs on him on Druid already. Coming down into the first corner, it's a game of chicken. Who's going to back out first? Bendit trying to go around the outside, doesn't manage to make it stick. Chaos defending that position very well. Then we've got Ahmad's in 9th place. He's dropped down a little bit. After 4 laps, the medium's already starting to look a little bit worse for wear. Excuse me. Now Hadir's in 10th, looking very much to avoid a repeat of the mistake he made earlier in that position. Munken's in 11th. Kova is still in 12th place. Probably looking to make the overcut work as much as possible with the hard tyre, or perhaps coming in for an early pit and making the most of the medium tyre, because the Alpha it's very light, so it's good on its tyres. The young Sappi is still in 13th place. We've got Juho down in 14th, and Abmo, who struggled to get going again from the lap 1 incident, is in 15th place. So Bracy's managed to get himself up into first place. We'll just jump back because that has cost Abule a couple of places. So how do we see these guys then? Coming into turn 1, Bracy's got the inside line. Abule just gets it a bit wrong through his apex, and that's going to allow Doc as well to come through, although he tucks in behind, uses a slipstream to get the overspeed. So we'll see him make that move coming into turn 2 and 3, as he gets a little bit of contact, it looked like there, bounced around a little bit, unless that was just lag. It doesn't have any damage, so no harm done. So Abule's now down into 3rd. Shorker's up into 4th place, managed to make a move on Kieran as well. So that puts Kieran down to 5th, Phil's down to 6th, Bendit's managed to get a position back up from Druid, so he's up into 7th. Druid trying to break the tow of Ahmad's behind him, coming into the tunnel, so now he's got Ahmad's very close behind. But Ahmad's not able to make a move coming through the tunnel. I think the top speed of the Aston Martin is definitely its biggest weakness. We've got Hadir in 10th now, Monken's in 11th, Dover's still in 12th, so no real change at the back for these guys. We're going to have to wait and see what happens on the pit stops to see if there's anything that happens from that. So Gr3 leads Doc now. How long can he hold on to that pole position for? This is a brilliant drive from the Porsche driver, following a pretty good sprint result. He'll be desperate as we got, what's this, Shorker getting the move done on Abule, coming through turn 1, takes the inside line, gets it stuck in. I don't know if there was a little bit of contact there, but Abule goes into the wall, and that just gives him the position, but leaves himself vulnerable to Kieran now, who looks like he's going to have the run into turn 2, into the Doc hairpin. Phil, oh, super close. How he managed to get through. Oh, and Abule's gone round. What happened there? So he had Phil on his inside. Phil maybe just gets... Oh, he just tags the inside of him and sends him round. He doesn't wait. So that is a disappointing one for Abule. I think perhaps that one we'll see in the steward's room. Yeah, this race having only happened a couple of days ago on Monday night. The results aren't out as of yet. So that was also looking to be a good result for Abule, but not so anymore. So that's given a couple of positions to people. Kova's now up into 10th, Adir's up into 11th, Monken's up into 9th. Ahmad's in 8th, fighting with Druid and Phil ahead of him. Or has he just about got the legs coming out of that corner? The acceleration of the Aston Martin is ferocious. Now Chaos has got to defend from Monken, who's also having a sniff. But he manages to hold on. He's doing an absolutely stellar job driving that McLaren. Again, a car that I struggle with. Just, it's got oodles of grip, but I just can't seem to get it to go quick to save my life. So he's doing a really good job with that one. We've got Ahmad's now up into 7th place. Phil's got a bit of breathing room from Chaos as well, up into 6th with a little bit of a gap. Now Bendit is in 5th place with Kieran ahead of him in 4th. The pair of them pretty equal on their tyres. Shorker's up to 3rd with his main rival just behind him. Just in front of him, sorry. So only 6 laps into this feature race, and both Doc and Shorker up 8 positions, I think, is it, respectively? 8 positions, yeah, from 10th to 3rd and 9th to 2nd. These guys are absolutely on fire this evening. So once more, we might see these guys running side by side, coming out of the tunnel. Not quite as Shorker looks to the inside again, into the braking zone, takes the inside line, slows it down, parks it on the apex. Does he get the move done? He does! That's an absolutely brilliant overtake. In fact, we will go and have a look at that one again. So here he comes. Braking just a touch earlier, managing to slow it down a little bit more on the inside line, gets on the power nice and early, gets the move done on Doc. He's got nothing to do but let let him past, and that was an important move for Schorka. Just one person left and still only on lap 6, and this could be a double header for the Ferrari driver. This might solidify the championship in his favour. So one more left to go to get that pole position back. The tyres are starting to look a little bit worse for wear now. We'll see those times begin to drop a little bit. Just puts his car just slightly on the inside to fill the mirrors of Bracey with that Ferrari. Doesn't seem to faze him though, but look how much he's closed the gap already. Bracey not able to get the power down as quickly as Schorka in the Ferrari. The rotation on that Ferrari is just something else. This track particularly suiting it as he goes. Oh, thought he was going to go on the outside of him then. It's not the place. Need to work together a little bit just to pull away from Doc behind. Now they're going side by side. Bracey takes the defensive line this time around. Schorka's going to definitely look for the cutback. Oh, but it's good defensive driving from Bracey. Parks it on the apex and he cannot get past. He lives to fight for another lap. Will we see another move coming down into turn 1? Schorka's definitely going to close the gap through this set of S curves. We will drop back to see how everyone else is doing in just a minute. We'll just see if anything happens here. Schorka is super close behind, coming out onto the pit straight. He looks to have the move done. It was a little bit of banging. Bracey's not giving up that position. He hangs on to it for now, but it's only a matter of time. We've got another big braking zone coming ahead, and Schorka is on a mission. Here he goes. He's already made that move to the inside. I think we're going to have it done before we even get to the corner. No, not quite. That's the trick of the camera again. Bracey goes wide. Allows room for Schorka to get through. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. Schorka backs out. Gives Bracey that position back, but it's allowed Doc to close up. There's absolutely no room to breathe with these guys. Bendit's managed to make it up into 4th place now from 7th or 8th he was in previously, so he's having a brilliant drive. You see Kieran's in 5th, Phil's in 6th, Ahmad's in 7th, Munken's down in 8th now, or up into 8th, sorry. Badir's in 9th, Chaos is up into 10th, Kova's got back up into 11th. A good recovery from him. Abule in 12th, Juho is in 13th. Young Sappi with the fastest lap so far, who's made his first pit stop, come in for a set of mediums. What did he make? He made it to lap 6 on the medium, so now on the softs, so now he's got to do potentially 15 laps on the mediums. And we've got our second person pit stopping this time round. That's Ahmad's. Will he be out on another set of mediums? He is, so he's going for a medium soft. The Aston particularly bad on its front tyres. So Schorka has managed to get past as well, so we'll jump back and see how he managed this one. So we're coming through the tunnel, all over the back of Bracey. trying to spook Bracey into a mistake. Bracey again goes, oh, he goes way too deep. Or is he coming to the pit lane? What happened to Bracey there? So he's on the defensive line. Oh, he brakes super late. Super late. Completely misses his braking point. Gives 2 positions to both Shorker and Doc. Oh, has he got the run though? The acceleration of the Porsche is pretty good. Manages to salvage 2nd position back. Just avoids the cones. There is an invisible wall there that I found out about in a practice, and it will stop you dead. So Bracey managing to get his 2nd position back. Doc, as we heard, just puts it in the wall a little bit, but he's going to have a pretty good run now coming down the start-finish straight. Whether or not he gets that overtake done by the first corner or just bides his time, closes that gap a little bit, and then we'll see him coming into the first large hairpin. He's very close behind. It looks like Bracey's going for the defensive line yet again, keeping it on the inside. Doc hanging it on the outside. He's going to try and get the switch back. He's not along enough to be able to get that one done. So this is a masterclass of defensive driving from Bracey. And all the while that these guys are fighting up in front, that's allowing Bendit to close up the gap in front as well. Kieran and Phil not dropping off from the front pack in any way, shape or form. Probably not quite as close as they would like, but they are still doing a really good drive. As we see, who is this? So Shorker comes into the pits as well. Lap 9 on the medium. I think, might we see him go to the hard tyre? We'll keep an eye on that one. Oh, Phil! What's happened to Phil? So he comes around the corner. Oh, he just gets too much on the gas. Oh, and he puts it in the wall. It's been so good for him. And now we've got a whole bunch of people coming in to the pit. So Hadir, Munkin are in the pit as well. Shorker comes out on soft, so he's going for the medium soft strategy. So we're going to see a 2-stop from Shorker. Depending on traffic, can definitely be a quicker strategy. But again, depending on traffic, the 1-stop might well win out. It certainly did last time out. As what happened there from Kova? We saw... Oh, he got a penalty. Where did he pick that penalty up? In fact, there's only one real place that you can pick a penalty up. So it's either the pit lane, and he hasn't pitted yet, so that will be down from the dock hairpin, cutting the curb too much. So although there's been a few, you got it after the tunnel. Oh, that is strange. Well, not too far. Let's just jump back and see. So it might be if it's a yellow flag, then you've got there's your overtake. Whilst the yellow flag was still on, and that's why you got a 3-second penalty, overtaking under yellow flags. That is a disappointing one. Again, something that you would be much better if this game would allow you to turn that setting off. It's easily done, Kova. So now we're up at the front. Bendit gets promoted up into 3rd position because of the pit stop starts. His medium's starting to get to the halfway point. As he goes a little bit deep, that's going to allow Kieran to close up. Coming out of this set of corners through the left-hander. And Kieran is very close. Very close indeed. He's just got to keep it tight through this right-hander coming into the tunnel, and we might see an overtake coming out of the into the final hairpin as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's close enough. Oh, we can see that gap starting to close up now. Kieran has definitely got the overspeed. It's still not quite enough though. Bendit absolutely sending it in the Porsche. Closing the gap to Doc in front of him as well. Brilliant driving from Bendit. And while Bendit is doing this charge, that has allowed Bracey to just pull away. He's definitely using more of his tyres than his teammate though. It might well be a case that we'll see him pit this lap. Whether or not he goes for a two-stop or goes for the hards, we shall wait and see. If he goes for the hards, it might put him out somewhere near the back of the mid-pack. He will have to take a bit more fuel though than if he was doing the two-stop. So Doc managing to pull away again from Bendit. Perhaps just getting the turn one corner a little bit better. If you don't get the exit absolutely perfect, then it can definitely compromise your exit speed. Maybe just taps the wall a little bit. Just enough to allow Bendit to close the gap again. So Bendit gives him a flash. Is that to let him know that he's going to work with him? Going to give him a bump? No, it's not. It's going to let him know that he's coming for the overtake. Side by side through the tunnel. How he managed to make that one work, I have no idea. With no contact, absolutely brilliant overtake from Bendit. Please don't bin it. Hard on the brakes. Gets it stopped on the right hand side. Doc gives up. Comes into the pits, as does Kieran. Look at the difference in fuel. Doc's fuel is way lower than Kieran's. So we're going to see Kieran come out in front of Doc without a shadow of a doubt. And just look at the difference again. Phil really low on fuel. The Toyota definitely not very efficient, as Chaos is on 19%. So both the McLaren drivers having a much better job on the fuel saving front. So let's see where things stand at the moment. So we've got Bracey and Bendit, both of our Porsche drivers, on the medium tyre, yet to pit, but in first and second place. Shorker, who potentially is the net leader at the moment, having made his first pit stop, but will have to make another one now in third place, and with setting the fastest lap of 1:57.6. My goodness, it's quick. Jiho now up into fourth place, but does still have to make a pit stop. Kieran having made his first pit stop as well, probably going for the two-stop. Well, almost certainly going for the two-stop, because the softs won't last 10 laps. So he's up into fifth and got the jump over Doc, as we said. Monken is well, he's done a good undercut actually, so he's pitted earlier, got the softs on a couple of laps ago, and has made a ton of positions. So this is a good stop from him. He's still got to make another stop, as have a lot of other people, so this is a brilliant strategic move from Munkin. Young Sappy is going for the medium stint. Maybe it's a full, just the one stop of almost a full tank, and he's looking to go to the end, or maybe he will go for another stop about, what would we be, lap 15, lap 16. Might see him come in for another set of softs. We'll wait and see. He's definitely got enough fuel to get him to the end. In fact, no, does he? He might not. A full tank will do 15 laps. He's halfway through already, and we're just about halfway through the race, so almost certainly going to have to see him come in again. Now we've got Doc down in 9th, who's having a real mare of it. He's come out on the hards. That could be a mistake, as near enough every driver in front of him is on a softer compound of tyre. I think he will be ruining that one. Adair also on a newer set of mediums. Phil going for the softs. Ahmad's is on another set of mediums. We saw him pit quite early. I think it was lap 9, and he's already a good third of the way through that front left. Abule on the softs, pitted 2 laps ago and eating through that soft compound tyre. Abmo now trying to make a one-stop work, but I don't think he's saved enough fuel. He's only on lap 13. He needs to get to at least lap 14 to make the medium soft strategy work. So he'll have to come in this lap, and we'll see whether or not he just goes for the 2-stop, or if he just tries to hang on and make the 1-stop work. So Bracey and Bendit come into the pit. We've got Kova now on the medium compound tyre, so this is it for him. He's up till the end of the race. It's head down and grind the laps out. Fast as you can, fastest sectors every time. No mistakes, and pick off positions as quickly and as easily as possible. As we see, Abmo comes in with just 1% of fuel left. Juho's in the pit again for a set of softs. So he also was out on the mediums prior to that. So Shulker inherits P1 yet again, but he will have to make another pit stop almost certainly, because look at the softs already. They're absolutely spent. Well, they're not absolutely spent, but they're very close to it. Once you get to halfway, we'll see these tyres drop off very rapidly. So Kieran doing a brilliant job in the McLaren in second place. Bracey on his fresh set of softs, still in third position, so this is a brilliant drive for him. We've got Munken now in fourth place. Gonna have to look to come into the pit lane pretty soon. We've got Bendit now in fifth, who looks like he's going to make a move, so let's just jump inside here, shall we? Coming through the tunnel, he looks to the outside. He's going to get the move done already. Side by side, brave as anything. Oh, there's a little bit of contact, they're both in the wall. Excuse me. Munken definitely loses out on that one, I think. Oh, how could you say? Would it be a racing incident, or was that just an unwise move? Oh, they know they're going to be there. Munken causes the contact at first, and it's only going to end one way. It is definitely not the place to overtake Kova, you are correct. But he hangs on to the position. We'll have to wait and see what happens if that was reported to the stewards. We've still got until 8 o'clock tonight to put something in, if you do. So then, young Sappy is having a great stint on his mediums. He's up into 6th. He does have to pit again. Well, he doesn't have to pit again, but he will likely have to pit again. Druid is in 7th place now, with Doc very closely behind, but on the harder compound. You might see Doc be able to close that gap a little bit, just because the softs are going to start dropping off for Chaos. It is approaching the time to pit again. We may even see him come in this lap. Gets fueled for a bit longer though. We'll keep an eye on Chaos in case he does pit this lap, but it may well be the next lap or 2. So Doc will look to inherit some positions. Phil's now up into 9th on a set of softs. Similar amount of fuel to Chaos in front of him. So we may well see those guys pit at the same time. Now, Ahmed's very close to his fellow countryman in the Audi. Ahead of him, Shorka's also in for his second pit stop. Just 6 laps left to go. Kieran inherits that first place. Will we see a move? Oh, Hadir looked like he was going to go super wide into the wall for a second then. The pair of them going for the optimal line. So both the Ferrari drivers have come in on this lap. And Ahmad's, how did he get that? I was a little bit distracted there. How did he manage to get that move done? Hadir looked like he had a perfectly good exit. So he gets it through. Oh, basically just gives it to him. I wonder why, what kind of conversations those guys have been having behind closed doors. Hadir just gifts Ahmad's the position, perhaps knowing that it's not really his fight. Then we've got Kova down in 11th. He's going to be looking to inherit a few more places as people in front of him come round for their second wave of pit stops. Jiho in 12th now. Munkin's down in 13th as he's coming for his second set of softs, but he will see a few people do the same again, so he'll get perhaps a couple positions back. Abule and Abmo also having done the same thing. So then, Kieran now up into first place. Will have to make another stop. Bracey's softs in much better condition, so that will be it for him. He's just got to try and hang on and get to the end of the race without getting a puncture, as has Bendit. This could be an absolutely brilliant move for the Porsche drivers, for the Porsche team. Excellent result for the Constructors' Championship if they can get a 1-2. But there is one man who will probably threaten that result, which is Shorkabus. This man right here, a fresh set of softs, already set the fastest lap, and will be looking to do exactly the same again. We see young Sappy has had to go into the pit like we thought he might have to. So will he have come out on a set of softs? Whatever it is, he's taken a new set of boots. He does, he comes out on the soft, so he's gone for the soft, medium, soft strategy. Just trying to keep himself out of trouble through the middle stint, which he's done a pretty good job of, and keeping his times at a relatively good pace, 159s on the medium, and now has the best tyre for the final few laps of the race. Abule in front, also on the softs, but has pitted a lap or two earlier, so with the weight of that Aston Martin, it will definitely wear out a bit quicker. So by the last couple of laps, we will see young Sappi look to make a move against Abule. Now Phil will have his crosshairs on Monk and above, and Juho as well, who are also on much more worn tyres. Monken will probably be out till the end of this race. Juho looks like he might... No, he's got enough fuel. He's definitely got enough fuel to get to the end of the race, but look at that. He's got 4 or 5 laps to go, and he only pitted 3 laps ago, so I think we might see some dead tyres by the time we get to the final lap. One to watch for sure. Kova's now up into 9th place. Pretty good recovery drive for him, and he inherits a couple more positions from the pit stop phase, so he's back up into 6th position, completely out driving that Alpha. Doc has managed to get himself up into 5th just by hanging on and going for the longer strategy on the hard tyre. Excuse me. So Kieran fighting for position now, well, not fighting for position, hanging on for position. He's got a bit of a gap ahead of him to the top 3, but he will be desperate to hang on to that 4th position. He's got a big enough gap to Doc behind, but Doc is, or has been, particularly quick for this race, but there might just be enough time for him to catch up and close that gap a little bit, but there may also be just enough time for Kieran to hang on to that position. So Shorker on an absolute charge. The gap beforehand was massive, and now he has closed it up massively to bend it in front of him. 2/10 off his personal best. Well, the fastest lap as well. What can we see from these? So Bracey's running more fuel but worse tyre wear, only marginally, than Bendit, but Bendit does have less fuel, so he's going to have to manage that a little bit just to make sure he doesn't run out before the end of the race. Shorker's got plenty more fuel, plenty more tyres. He's on an absolute charge at the minute. Three laps to go, 2.5 laps to go. Barely any tyre score from this Ferrari. No, it's just all grip, all speed. And these Porsche drivers definitely need to work together now. They need to bump each other along and do their absolute best to pull away from Jorka. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen this lap, so we'll jump back to this mid-pack at the back. Oh, as young Sappi ploughs into the wall on his soft tyres, trying to catch Abile, who's already starting to struggle with that front left, who's behind his teammate on another set of softs, who's on that charge to chaos in front of him. The Minister of Defence is not going to allow him past anything kind of easy. Also on the softs, with more fuel. So, frankly, I can't see Armads making it past chaos in the remainder of this race, as we've got Juho and Hadir battling it through the hairpin. Whether or not that was Hadir's move to get in first. So he was behind Juho, very close to Phil in front of him in 8th position. Last of the late breakers there. Oh, there's a bit of contact. Plenty of room on the outside, or the inside, sorry. Gets that move done. I think Juho there just erring on the side of caution and gives that position up to Hadir, but that's left him very vulnerable to chaos now. And also Ahmad's, who's got a much better exit out of that right-hander and has got the move done before they even get through to the main part of the tunnel. So Chaos will be super unhappy about that one. But what do we see here? Is anyone going to go for a dive down the inside? Chaos goes for a dive down the inside. Is this going to be a double whammy? He's not quite ahead of Ahmad's, but he's managed to just get his position ahead of Juho. Juho's not taking that one sitting down. He's coming back side by side. They are coming through the S's, but Chaos somehow manages to get the grip and pull it back and gets the position up into 11th. And we're going to jump back again because up at the front of the race, here we have Shorka is super close now, right on the back bumper of Bendit. This is going to be a slam dunk. Coming into the first corner, takes the inside line. Bendit has to go wide, yields the position. Just enough room given. A fair amount of respect given for these drivers to be able to do these kind of overtakes and have absolutely no contact whatsoever. It is great to see. So this is it then. Bracey's got no tyres left. Shorka's got plenty of meat left, even though they're on the downward trajectory for those tyres. Look at the grip. Bracey's got nothing. He's got the inside line, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, as they both go wide and go on the outside, Bracey swings out into the wall. That's going to give Bendit the position back as well. Bendit takes it. Thank you very much. It probably wouldn't be the overtake that he wanted, but he's not going to say no to it. So Shorka is now set for a double header victory in both races. Had pole position, didn't get the fastest lap in the sprint, but does get the fastest lap in the feature race, unless someone else comes out and does a miracle. So apart from 1 point, gets the absolute maximum that it is possible to get, which is what 40, I think 44 I think is the maximum amount of points. So he's sitting pretty with 43 at the minute, if I've done my maths right. So that is a huge advantage in the Drivers' Championship. It is massively going to solidify that driver's title, and still 2 races left to go as well. So we're coming on to the final lap now. Looks like Shorka's going to have this one zipped up. Look at the gap he's made on Bendit already. Good result for Bendit into second place. Hardly anything left on his tyre as well, but only marginally more than Bracey. I think that tyre is going to pop before we get to the finish line. And the pair of them, if they even have enough fuel left as well. But Kieran having a brilliant result in 4th place. Loads of tyre life left on that McLaren. Getting the fuel just about spot on. Doc surprisingly having a good result on the hard tyre, perhaps regretting that decision now in 5th place. Kova has a good recovery drive up into 6th. Could have been a lot better, could have been fighting for the podium or even the win, I think, realistically. But nonetheless, a very, very good drive from Kova. Phil doing remarkably well compared to the sprint race, up into 7th. Munkin, oh, no, it's tight down here at the back, isn't it? So Munkin's in 8th, Hadir's in 9th, Ahmad's in 10th. Again behind his countryman. Chaos in 11th will want to be getting that position back from Ahmad as quickly as possible. Young Sapi's in 12th, Abule is in 13th, Juho's in 14th, and Abmo at the back in 15th with almost no tyres and no fuel. But somehow, considering how long a stint he did on the soft tyres, has not got a puncture yet. And here we come up to the start-finish straight. Shorka celebrates coming across the line, takes the double win. Absolutely phenomenal drive from him. Then we've got Bendit, a double podium for the Porsche drivers. Bracey's in 3rd. Kieran's super close to Bracey in front, who did get a puncture at the end. So Kieran gets 4th. Doc comes home in 5th. Kova gets 6th place, just enough fuel left. We see Phil come down the line in 7th place. We've got Hadir. Ahmad again gets the position back from Hadir. It looked again like Hadir, did he? Oh, Hadir got that one wrong. He didn't just give him the position. Hadir goes wide, puts it in the wall. So that's Ahmad's now gets 8th place. Hadir gets 9th. Chaos gets 10th. Munkin's in 11th. Young Sapi very close. Almost got the 11th position, but comes in 12th. Abule's in 13th. Juho comes across the line for 14th. And let's just see gingerly driving that car now. Next to no fuel. Oh, and that's it. It's the commentator's curse. The Liberty Walk, Ferrari on home turf. Oh, and it is the curse of the Ferrari. As soon as the tyres are this dead, it just spins around. That's it. Put it in reverse and just go across the line that way. He gets it, back point in the right direction. And not the end he would have wanted, but he gets across the line. So there we go. That is 2 absolutely phenomenal races at Tokyo South. So let's just quickly run through how the standings are after Tokyo. Shorka has completely solidified his win at the top with the double win and fastest lap and a pole. So he's now sitting at the top with 197 points. Ahmad's, after a fairly average couple of results in 6th and 8th from both those races, is in 2nd with 168. So it's not mathematically over yet. A couple of good results from Ahmad's, and he might be able to claw that one back. Kieran now up into 3rd with 115 points. Bendit overtakes Robbo into 4th with 100 points. Robbo, having to sit this one out, gets 91 points in 5th place. Juho has come up to 6th place on 88 points, just 3 points ahead of Kova, who is on 85 points. Now there's a bit of a gap down to Abule in 8th with 65 points, but only a point behind him is Phil in 9th on 64 points. Then we've got Doc having a great result for both of his races. A reserve driver, only been in 2 races this season so far, but he is in 10th with 59 points. Then in 11th place, we've got Munkin. Benke in 12th place. Hopefully we'll see him racing next time. Who have we got next? Then we've got Abmo in 13th, Hadir's in 14th, Druid's in 15th, Bracey's in a joint 15th with him as well. Both of those guys on 45 points. Then in 17th place, we've got Deck, who's another reserve driver, but we haven't seen him for a little while, on 26 points. Sorlax on 22 points in the BMW. Beaumont's in 19th place on 19 points. Young Sappy's in 20th with 17 points. And we've got Tomo, one of our reserve drivers as well, just propping it up at the back with 3 points, having only partaken in 1 race. So there we go. That was a brilliant race. We're very much looking forward to the next one, which is going to be Autopolis, I think. And it's a full wet race. Settings yet to be decided, but we will see plenty of rain. So make sure you get your practice in. And thanks very much for joining. Don't forget to give it a like. And yeah, we will see you next week for a wet race at Autopolis. If only I could turn it off.